What's up, Teach for America Richmond? It's Tyler, your SMD, and I'm in my last week of teaching, and I realized it could be helpful potentially to show you how I set up my classroom. So I wanted to take a few minutes to walk around the room, explain the rationale behind some of the things I did, and hopefully it would help you as you set up your own classroom. So here we go. If you come to the front door, this is the front door. I'll just give you a view of beautiful LPS Richmond, the freshman quad. This is where my room is. And so here's one of the first things students see is a PUMA nomination form. On that, with those pieces of paper right there, they can nominate their peers to be PUMA of the week. We're the PUMAs, but I ask the kids to celebrate their peers who they think are really focused, demonstrate kindness, go above and beyond, and then I take those every week and use them as I think about who's my student of the week. Another thing to point out right away is right here, always when I'm standing at that door, as I let students into my class every day, I have these two clipboards. The first clipboard is my behavior tracker, and it's how I, every day, if a student misbehaves and they get a verbal warning, I write their name there, a checkbox for every warning after that, and then actions to be taken, for instance, call home or something like that. At our school, we have something called Homework Center, and so this is actually today's sheet. And so kids who didn't do their homework get written down, and then they serve detention. I check homework at the door. This is also where I keep my hall pass, right near the door. So right here you see strongly agree, and right there you can see somewhat agree. Over there by the projector screen there is somewhat disagree, and in that corner of the room there's a strongly disagree. I just found it really helpful to have these four signs up around the room so that when I wanted to do four corners activities, when I wanted to have a launch or a beginning of class activity where students had to take a stand, I would have them go to those four corners of the room depending on what they felt, and they would have to express their views that way. I expected that to be completely silent, and I asked students who were talking to take their seat. So I'll continue the tour a little bit. These pieces of paper are where I tracked weekly quiz results. So every week on Friday I'd give kids a quiz, and then I would put up a wow sticker, as you can see there, 80% or higher on a weekly quiz. Wow. So they got a wow sticker if they got it right. They could come to tutoring, take a re-quiz, and then they would get a sticker, and they would get to put it up. And it was just a great way to drive home malleable intelligence. While we're up here, you can see along the top of the room I've got a homework assignment that my students did at the very beginning of the year where they have to say their personal BHAG. I'll zoom in on Batman's. This is one of my students. She said, my freshman year I want to have a 4.0 in advanced on the CST. And you can see a lot of different students and their own personal statements about what their hope is to achieve this year. I just thought it was a pretty neat way for them immediately at the beginning of the year to express their desire to achieve academic success. So now to go over here, here are my classroom expectations. Pretty basic. I talk about consequences for choosing to not meet the expectations, in addition to consequences for choosing to meet or exceed the expectations. So BHAG tickets are these. If you want to know more about what a glitter pound is, or a scholar prize bin, or the book system I had, shoot me an email. Another thing I have that I think is cool is these slips hanging up. So at our school we have a system called merit points, and if you get enough of those raffle tickets, then you can buy a merit point. You can increase your reading goal. There's a bell schedule for kids who need it. In my room I buy kids books if they earn 3 tickets. I buy them any book they want. That's just been a really great way to reinforce the right behaviors and have that kind of get them to do more of what I want them to do, which is to read. And then any kid who earns 2 BHAG tickets is able to redeem them for a positive call request slip. This has been super money. It's enabled me to make a lot of really positive calls home, and kids will just get the piece of paper from here, and as you can see, it says, name of student requesting call, name of parent, guardian to call, best number to reach them, and email me if you want all these forms, and I can get them to you. Here is something that I stole from another great teacher, which I think has been really awesome. It's sentence starters. Email me and I have a digital version of this, but I just thought it was cool to have these up on the wall. Here I've got our big, hairy, audacious goal, our BHAG. This has been a cool thing I've done this year. Kids can get these personal dictionaries and they fill it out, and the more they do, I give them BHAG tickets or merit points if they want it. Alright, so here's the setup of my board. Date, objective, agenda, homework for the whole week. This electrical tape works pretty well. Here are roots that I've taught over the course of the year. And, this timer is super money. You can see it from all the way across the room, and it's by a company called World Class Learning Materials. I'd highly recommend it. It's been an excellent timer. Every week I do a quote of the week, and you can see some of them back there. Some of the best ones have already been taken by students. I'll zoom in on just one, I guess. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, Thomas Edison. We do one every Monday, and we talk about it. And I think it's just a great way to start the week. And I have a whole Word file of them, so let me know if you want that. In addition, I've got the schedule. And every day I make some announcements, and that's where I post the announcements right there. Here's my kind of teacher setup. Got the document camera, the projector, and we project onto that. I thought this was cool. We have some words that are better than boring words. Some teachers call it a word graveyard. An example of how I expect them to format papers. Heroes of mine. MLK, Lincoln, Gandhi, my boys. And, gosh, I don't know how much more there is. A library I accrued over the years. If you want good ideas about how to get heck of books, let me know. I've also got a couple of boxes of supplies for students. You can do some pretty amazing stuff with Amazon.com wish lists and get your friends to donate a lot of supplies that I then give to kids at the beginning of the year because I have really high expectations about what their organizational systems will look like. So that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. And, you know where to find me. Shoot me an email if, Shoot me an email if I can be of more help. But I know you're going to do big, awesome things in the classroom this year, and I just can't wait to support you and to see what you're able to do. All right, bye.